Hello, and welcome to my video where I will answer the question, what is QTP? First off, QTP is a tool that is made by HP, which is Hewlett-Packard, and its full name is actually Quick Test Professional. However, it's more commonly known as QTP, so that's what we'll call it from this point moving forward. If you will, let's imagine that you are a team lead on a manufacturing line that makes widgets. Currently, right now, you're able to make one widget per hour, let's say. After a period of time, you decide that you need to be able to make more widgets per hour instead of just one. So you go to your manager, you make the business case as to how it is that it'll benefit the company to be able to make more than one widget per hour. They're excited about it, and they give you the approval to actually go out and hire in a new resource. You go out, you find a resource, and you hire them. When they initially come on, there'll be a brief period of time where you'll have to train them, tell them the steps and procedures and processes that they'll need to go through to be able to successfully make a widget. However, after this initial period of time, you'll be able to then send them on their way, and they'll also be able to make one widget per hour. So now, when you're actually able to go back to work as well, you're making one widget per hour, and they're making one widget per hour. So now instead of just one, you're making two widgets per hour. So you've doubled the productivity of the line overall. QTP is a lot like that in a sense of when you initially begin scripting an application, there'll be a period of time to where you're identifying the scenarios that you'll look to test and actually creating scripts that will go about validating those scenarios. So there'll be an initial period where you're not necessarily running a lot of tests to validate the application. You're just preparing the test to be able to do that later. However, once that initial period of time is over where you've gone about scripting an application and those tests are ready to run, assuming that you had a remote computer that you could execute those tests on, you could set those tests up to run on that separate machine and they could run all day long. While they're doing that, you could go back and you could be doing your own work on your own machine. At the end of the day, you could come back, validate the results of the tests that were running on the separate machine, in addition to all the work that you've done yourself during the course of the day. So you've in essence almost worked 2 days in one because you've spent a full day doing your own work. Plus a full day was spent on automated tests running on a separate machine. So that's just a brief example of how QTP can add tremendous amount of value and productivity to a test team because they can do almost double the work in the same day. So it's a great tool to be able to accomplish those tasks. So in this video, I've given you a brief overview as to what QTP is and how it can be used in the overall test cycle.